The apocalypse has arrived. Not only did I awaken an immortal bloodline and spatial superpowers, but I also have military robots and abundant supplies. I even tamed a zombie king to serve as my subordinate. Quickly, I became a powerful figure who could decide the fates of others. However, with great power comes envy, and soon, someone had malicious plans against me. Clara called to inform me that the gate surveillance cameras had been destroyed. After hearing this, a question arose in my mind: why did they just break the gate's cameras and then flee? To understand their purpose, I prepared to return to the fortress. But as I started the car, I received a message from Eva, who had added me this morning. She wanted to come to my fortress tonight for a good meal and was willing to do anything in return. I couldn't help but sneer. Did they take me for a fool? Someone breaks my surveillance cameras, and then she wants to come over? Clearly, someone was plotting against me. But I still didn't know their exact strength. So I pretended to agree to Eva's request but told her I was available tomorrow. Today, I planned to have the newly tamed zombie king gather the high-level zombies nearby. The zombie king's movements were slow, and it took me an hour to return to the base. Just as I arrived, Eva suddenly called me via video. It turned out that all the messages she had sent were not of her own will. The neighborhood residents had forced her to send them, knowing I had hoarded supplies and wanted to use her to steal from me. And just after I agreed to let her come over, they revealed their violent nature. Now, they not only wanted my supplies but also planned to kill me. Being kind-hearted, Eva didn't want to be complicit, so she used the excuse of going to the bathroom to warn me to flee. However, as I was about to ask her more about their plan, she abruptly ended the call. Before it cut off, I heard Gavin's voice, asking what she was doing in the bathroom. It was indeed Gavin behind all this. I had found it suspicious that Eva would compromise her morals in just 5 days of the apocalypse. Clearly, Gavin was the mastermind. But I felt no fear, only excitement. Now I had robots. And many zombie minions, and I was wondering how to feed them. Although I had plenty of supplies, feeding them daily would consume a lot. Gavin and his gang would be perfect zombie feed. And since Gavin seemed to suspect Eva, why not play along and help her? So I sent Eva a message: "Welcome, beautiful. Let me know when you're on your way." Soon, my plan started working. Eva responded: "Brother, I haven't eaten in days. Can I come tonight?" I sneered at my phone. Gavin was already impatient. I replied with a flirtatious emoji, agreeing to her request but telling her to wait for my signal. After sending the message, I immediately called Clara and the others over. I took out many cardboard boxes from my space and had them set up some cardboard huts in the yard. Seeing my request, the three women were puzzled, asking why I was doing this. I brushed off their questions and went upstairs, suddenly feeling a wave of fatigue. I quickly fell asleep. But as I slept, the previously calm sky suddenly turned overcast. Soon, a huge phantom appeared in the sky over Pruxton City. He had long hair and a pale face, with sharp teeth and a strong bill, holding a dragon-shaped rope. Wherever the phantom looked, all the zombies knelt in worship. The entire Pruxton City area became turbulent because of this phantom. However, I was oblivious to all this, sleeping soundly in bed. Who knows how long I slept before Clara woke me, looking panicked. She had found more than a dozen tall zombies at the gate, roaring incessantly. Curious, I thought it might be the zombie king I sent out earlier. So I went to the rooftop to check. Sure enough, leading them was my zombie king. I laughed and reassured the women that these were my subordinates and they had nothing to fear. These zombies would protect us from now on. Soon, the courtyard was filled with 9 tall zombies. Though fierce, they were terrified of me, keeping a 1-meter distance at all times. Since I had established a connection with the zombie king, we could now communicate. He told me he had followed my orders to gather other zombies, discovering that nearby high-level zombies had all developed crystal nuclei. He simply promised them endless flesh. And these low-level intelligent zombies followed him here. I was amazed. Developing crystal nuclei meant they had reached sea level. Zombies are ranked from D level, C level, B level, S level, and zombie king. In just a few days, they had evolved to sea level, showing great potential for future training to build my zombie army. To facilitate management, I named the zombie king Lazarus and ordered him to lead the other 8 zombies, gathering more minions outside. Tonight, I plan to give them a feast. After dinner, Lazarus returned with the 8 high-level zombies and hundreds of minions. I had them hide in the cardboard huts. Since it was dark, anyone entering wouldn't notice them. After completing these preparations, I sent Eva a message, telling her I was ready and she could come over. 10 minutes passed without a reply. Was something wrong on her end? Just as I was about to take the zombies and storm over, Eva's message came, with a seductive photo. I responded with a lecherous emoji: "Baby, hurry up. I can't wait." Seeing my reply, those plotting against me were thrilled, thinking I had taken the bait. Soon, Eva messaged again: "I'm at the gate. Let me in." I quickly opened the gate remotely and informed her. Outside, a group had already hidden, and seeing the gate open, they rushed in. But upon entering, they found only cardboard boxes in the yard, no one around. As they wondered, the gate suddenly closed, trapping them. Realizing they were tricked, they couldn't escape. The gate was electromagnetically locked, impossible to open by force. I sent Eva a message to run upstairs. I wanted to save her because she had warned me about Gavin's plot, showing her worth. Eva, knowing the group only saw her as a tool. Chev trusted me and ran upstairs. Seeing her safely upstairs, I turned on the lights. The group, preparing to search, now saw zombies in the cardboard boxes. Panicking, they tried to flee, but the only door to upstairs was closed. Amidst the screams, the zombies devoured the group one by one. Over 1,000 people were killed by the zombies, and after consuming so much flesh, zombies evolved to C level. The 8 high-level zombies reached B level, some even reaching A or S levels. Ordinary zombies also evolved. Fresh flesh was the best for their evolution. Once it was quiet, I realized I hadn't seen Gavin. Eva explained he had awakened his power and was unconscious, so he hadn't participated. I'd have to find another chance to eliminate him. I ordered the zombies to stay in the basement. Keeping so many zombies visible in the base was too risky. After settling Eva, I went to sleep. The next day at lunch, Clara rushed in, reporting that all the wall cameras had been twisted off. Alarmed, I checked the window. To my shock, the 3 armored vehicles in the yard were twisted into knots. And the robots were shattered. This indicated a powerful being was here. I immediately suspected Gavin, knowing he had metal powers in the previous life. Recruiting a gang to control the neighborhood. My eyes glinted with rage as I rushed to the basement, instructing Lazarus to hide with the zombie army in the yard. Lazarus, now highly intelligent, quickly executed my orders. Soon, the gate opened. And Gavin led over 30 people inside, finding no one. They assumed we were still asleep and began searching. Minutes later, gunshots rang out, and several thugs fled back, claiming there were zombies inside. Gavin was surprised, as the patrolling robots should have dealt with any zombies. While he was puzzled, the cardboard boxes were overturned, revealing 9 giant zombies. Terrified, Gavin's group tried to flee. But the zombies blocked the door and pursued them. The base's zombies also joined in, quickly devouring Gavin's men. Seeing me and Eva on the second floor, Gavin realized it was all a trap. Eva betraying him. He had lost from the start, falling into my scheme. Gavin was soon eaten by Lazarus. After ensuring no survivors, I told Eva and the others to clean up and return to my room. But Clara soon came again, saying a zombie seemed unwell. Following her to check, I was delighted. It wasn't unwell. It was evolving into a zombie king. In the previous life, it took 6 months for the first zombie king to appear, but now, only 10 days. This would shock the world, as previous zombie kings caused massive disasters, killing many powered beings. If Lazarus successfully evolved, as I dreamt of the future. Aurora called, saying an Ability Users Association had been formed in Pruxton City, with 5 people awakening powers. She wanted to join. I immediately refused, warning that disobedience meant death. The association members were traitors, collaborating with foreign forces against our people. I wouldn't join them. Hearing my stern tone, Aurora quickly agreed. She also mentioned a giant phantom in the Pruxton City sky, suggesting someone awakened a bloodline power. Now various factions vying to recruit him. Hearing bloodline, I was intrigued. Based on the timing, it could be me, evolving while I slept. I chatted briefly with Aurora, and then ended the call, returning to my room to check my body. To my surprise, my skin had turned a bronze color, hard as steel. I tested it with a fruit knife, but it left no mark. It seemed this was the result of eating that fruit. Now my body was constantly evolving. I needed to find the opportunity that Hawkeye had in the previous life. After consuming a similar fruit, he became a powerful leader. Based on my calculations, it would be ready in a few days. While I was lost in thought, Clara approached me with a worried expression. Upon my questioning, she revealed that her sister was staying with their aunt, who had run out of food, and asked if I could send some supplies. Initially, I was reluctant to go, but when she mentioned it was in the eastern suburbs, I changed my mind. Dragonfly Mountain was nearby, where Hawkeye found a crystal-like fruit that awakened his ancestral dragon bloodline. Also, in the previous life, Clara had saved my life, so this was a chance to repay her. Since my armored vehicle was destroyed, I had to use a truck. With the robots were destroyed, I took 4 high-level zombies for protection, hiding them in the truck for discretion. We set off. But upon arriving, Clara was immediately enraged.